Hey there hunters, welcome back to the Gunners Guild. Today in Wild Hearts we're going to be using a katana. Gross, right? I mean, I'm not going to be using a katana because it's forbidden, but you definitely should. So today I'm going to be showcasing my Karakuri Spam katana build, which, funnily enough, deals with most of the hunts in the game from relative safety, as well as provide amazing crowd control support for online lobbies. I'm going to try and let this hunt here play out while I cover this build, but basically this is the Chapter 5 Golden Tempest quest with just one feint, so no dying. I'm probably going to be talking more during transitional phases, so please bear with me. But anyway, there's a 20-minute timer on this quest, and I think this is the hardest version of Golden Tempest, but I'm not too sure about that. I went in originally as a joke to see if my Karakuri Only build could deal with this guy, given the feint and time constraints. Short answer is yes, but this is far from the strongest build around for sure. It's just funnily efficient. So let me break down what's going on here. So the build is revolving around the skill Blade to Bar, which is a weird name. This skill has a chance to not consume Karakuri when you craft something. It's basically spare shot for crafting. I'll take it. So I'm stacking this as much as possible while supporting it with other skills to try and get the most out of all my threads. So we're going to be using skills such as Fusion Reaper to regen 1 thread every time you craft something, Celestial Breath, regen 1 thread about every 10 seconds or so, and Reutilization, which gives us a chance to get some of the thread back when one of our crafts gets dismantled. You can also obtain threads by using the Hunter Arm, using a thread shrine, or just damaging a monster. In an online hunt, you're definitely going to have more thread than I, as your party members can help you generate thread as they just wail on the monster. Now for the choice of the Karakuri, I went with the Harpoon Gun as well as the Artillery Ballista, as they can rotate and track and kind of shoot from very far away. You can also try using the Celestial Cannon and the Bomb, but those have their own downsides. Bomb is very short ranged and can push over other allies, and the Celestial Cannon cannot turn, so you have to craft it facing the right direction so it can actually hit the monster, and it does kind of miss a lot. Cannon does do some fat damage though. As I mentioned though, this shouldn't be taken as a good build or a powerful build, it's just a meme that ended up working out alright. Now I have done a few volatile monsters with this as well, but I haven't taken it into the deeply volatile variants yet. I'm probably going to do that with a group later though. Anyway, so let's get on to the gear. The armor is relatively simple since we really don't have enough options. You can see what I picked here, and basically it's just everything that had thread related skills, and there's not a ton of choices to be honest. My talismans are all Blade to Bar talismans, and I really wish I had more of the 6% ones because that would actually really push this build to a whole nother level. Speaking of Blade to Bar, you can get more Blade to Bar skill with the turnips that you get from the foxes. They give 5% Blade to Bar and 12% if they're dried and smoked, which is amazing because you can eat from one of each of them. But it doesn't appear to show up on the skills page at all, so I have no idea if they're actually working or not. It shouldn't be too hard to tell the difference between basically a 50% chance and a 75% chance to not consume thread, but it does feel about the same, so I don't know. Anyway though, let's get back to the build. The weapon here is actually the real star of the show. The Katana build is kind of wacky, but we needed to go this route to get the skills that we needed, which was end up at a Blade to Bar so we can have 40% from the weapon alone. We also got 25% reutilization, and since there's no other thread skills on the tree, we grabbed the Fusion Reaper, which is nice because that gives us our 1 thread back every time you fusion craft. It was all a rather messy way to go about the tree, but it's the best I could do. I don't think any other weapon can reach 40% Blade to Bar either, so I don't think this is getting much better. That is all the skills for the build though. It's actually a relatively simple setup, and once you're going, all you have to do is just spam artillery cannons and just, let them do the work. So, despite using a katana, this is technically a gunner build because we're not actually using it. Again, you should, I'm not. And we're just going to be firing from afar with all these giant artilleries and ballistas and just kind of dealing with our hunts that way. So, It's gunner certified. But that's everything. I'm pretty excited to optimize this build in the future though. So thank you all for watching, and thank you to my Patreon members. I really appreciate you all a bunch. If you want to talk shop about video games or whatever, feel free to join my Discord in the description below. But yeah, that's all. Thanks and good luck out there, hunters.